Blenders, happy hump day. It is May 14th. Welcome back to the Getaway on the show, because on Monday we launched the Disneyland giveaway.
Very exciting.
And it has been really fun. And we are going to be giving away the Disney magical keyword. And then all you need to do is write that down and head to our website, TucsonMorningBlend.com, and click on the Disneyland banner to enter.
And you actually have multiple chances. You get extra points for sharing it, and just ups your odds of winning and going.
Exactly. And you cannot enter too many times. So pay attention, guys, because another one's coming up this hour.
Well, as you mentioned, I did have some time off.
Yes.
And experienced a flight delay.
Wah, wah.
You know, it's so funny because it's so hot in the Southwest, and my plane was coming from Denver. I said, what's happening in Denver? And they said, oh, it's snowing. Okay.
Was it really?
Apparently.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway.
Every time I fly, there is always some level of a flight delay. I don't know why they can't get it together.
So it was a 3-hour flight delay, and so of course everybody's got their computers, they've got their headphones, they're on social media. And interestingly enough, this morning I found this pretty amazing video by a British filmmaker called Look Up. And the title says, I have 488 friends, yet I'm totally alone. And it's all about trying to stay out of getting too engrossed in social media. A poem, a video poem.
But very powerful.
But here's just a little snippet of it.
We're at our most happy with an experience we share. But is it the same if no one is there? Be there for your friends, and they'll be there too. But no one will be if a group message will do. We edit and exaggerate, crave our words into order until our lives are glistening. We don't even know if anyone is listening. Being alone isn't the problem. Let me just emphasize, if you read a book, paint a picture, or do some exercise, you're being productive and present, not reserved and recluse. You're being awake and attentive and putting your time to good use. So when you're in public and you start to feel alone, put your hands behind your head, step away from the phone. You don't need to stare at your menu or at your contact list. Just talk to one another. Learn to coexist. I can't stand to hear the silence of a busy commuter train where no one wants to talk through the fear of looking insane. We're becoming unsocial. It no longer satisfies to engage with one another and look into someone's eyes. We're surrounded by children who, since they were born, have watched us living like robots and think it's the norm. It's not very likely you'll make world's greatest dad if you can't entertain a child without using an iPad. When I was a child, I'd never be home. Be out with my friends on our bikes, we would roam. I'd wear holes in my trainers and graze up my knees. We'd build our own clubhouse high up in the trees. Now the park's so quiet it gives me a chill. See no children outside and the swings hanging still. There's no skipping, no hopscotch, no church and no steeple. We're a generation of idiots, smartphones and dumb people.
And so, you know, in the airport, of course, no one wants to talk to each other. And he's getting a little criticism because, of course, this is it's on YouTube and it's meant to go viral and he could potentially make money out of it. But most of it is actually a love story about, you know, actually meeting someone, bumping into them, needing to ask directions instead of being in your app on MapQuest or whatever and looking around. And so I actually think it's a really good message.
I do too, and in a bigger umbrella of all of that is, I think, just the opportunities that we miss daily because we're so self-absorbed in Facebook and Twitter that I am still very old school. And I like to communicate face-to-face and see people. So there's our message for today. And we have a great show ahead of us today. We'll get your pet ready for the triple-digit weather we might just hit today.
Whoa. Plus, right after the break, we'll tell you what our organizer says is the best packing tip when planning a move. That's coming up right after the break.